It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, February 27th, 2018. It is 7 a.m., and we have a beautiful day in store for North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. Even with rain in the forecast, going to be a nice, pretty day. How about yesterday afternoon?
Oh, it's all lovely today. The sun was coming up.
It's
oh my
so
gosh.
nice.
Beautiful.
If we could keep this, I'd be happy camper.
Yeah, I think, they're talking like this is just kind of the preface into spring. We got 24 days, 23 days.
I don't care how you look at it. We get a decent day and we pay for it. That's just how it works.
Well,
Man, spring is here, fellas.
Yeah, basically.
I looked out the trees and they're budding and the birds are singing. That's spring. Buds and birds singing.
and then when it snows later, you're gonna say,
Then I'm
what?
gonna be fuming mad.
You're gonna be mad at that mule.
I'm mad at that mule.
It did it last year and ruined my peaches, man.
Ooh, that's
They
not
came
good.
out all
Yeah.
beautiful pink blooms, and then we had that 6-inch snow in one day, and then it
Yeah,
left.
1 day of snow last year.
Like, come
I had to go
on,
to
man.
flipping or Yellville that day in that mess. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis and Jerry Hogan.
Yes, sir.
Whoop, whoop.
And we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same. If not, you've got 3 locations to visit them. 62 East Plaza, BRMC Lobby, and Balmer Boulevard.
You keep leaving out the
And
4.
us.
You come here, grab a cup of coffee, hang out, watch the
My
show.
coffee is legendary.
Yeah, maybe you should go to
I
Brewed
like,
Awakening.
I like drinking your coffee like those winos drink their wine, how they slosh it around, smell it.
Did it eat the bottom of your cup out yet?
Not yet.
It's getting close.
I tell you what, it'll put a coating on your mouth, just like drinking 10W30.
Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, just drinking muddy water. Right?
There you go.
You betcha. Check them out. 3 locations to serve you here in Mountain Home. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes brings you morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. And they service all across the state of Arkansas with the utmost respect to their clients. And they do an outstanding job all across the state of Arkansas. Right?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Outstanding
Excellent, fellas.
business, outstanding people. Just really.
And part of the community.
Yep.
So let's pause for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, Lou Holtz once said, whoever complains about which way the ball bounces is probably the one that dropped it. Nothing can be accomplished when we constantly complain. And then I ask, what would happen if all of our news would focus on the positive things? Police only make the news when they make a mistake, but we don't see the good that they do. Then what I call everyday people, if they volunteer, coach, teach a Sunday school class, or slip a $10 bill to a homeless person. Lord, I pray you help us to focus on the good and not complain about the bad stuff. And that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Right?
We thank them for sponsoring
You
it.
bet.
We really do. They do a good job in the community.
And
so
speaking
we're
of
happy
good
to have
job, there's Greg Farm Services that does an outstanding job.
them. You know, I'm going to kind of change the page. We talked about a number of different things on Greg Farm Services, but I'm going to encourage people to actually go to their website because you're dealing with a business that not only sells all these products that we talk about, but they're knowledgeable on when to do things, what to use. And if you go to their website, they've got so many different things that they will tell you when you should start this or when to start that. I know I was looking this morning on their website, and they were talking about it's time to get the weed preventive stuff down. All your pre-emergent is
Really?
what they call it, and now's the time. And they say even if you see some sprouting up, it's not a big deal. It will take care of the ones that are already sprouting up, but now is
Boy,
the time to get it
that's
put
good to
down.
know.
Kind of early. I know you guys were talking about having some decent weather, and with all this rain, if you got a weed issue, now's the time. Go by Greg Farm Services, and they'll get you taken care of.
And visit gregfarmservices.com. Right?
You got it.
Yep.
No more weeds.
No more weeds.
No more
It's time to
weeds.
get rid of them.
And don't forget, 3 reasons to raise chickens: fresh eggs, free pest control, and fertilizer from the manure. How's that?
Go see Greg Farm Services. They'll take care of you.
You betcha. Mountain Home checks in at 42 degrees. It's 38 at Harrison, 38 at Hardy, 30 in Mountain View, 31 in Yellville, 30 in Marshall, Arkansas. It's 42 at Cocco Rock. Poplar Bluff in southeast Missouri is at 34, while Branson in southwest Missouri is at 41. West Plains at 36. Watford City, North Dakota at 5. Cold. We had that here 2 weeks ago. 17 in Anchorage, Alaska. Now, how's this for a national radar? Bing! Clears a bell. Other than California and Washington and Oregon.
Oh, they can have it.
They can have it, yeah. If California's not burning, they're flooding. I mean, there's no in between, seems like, for those poor folks out there. It's just, they're either extremely dry or extremely wet. But you see that right there on the radar. You got some shower activity in the extreme southern portions of California along the coastline there, all the way up into Washington. I am picking up something around Paducah, Kentucky, perhaps. Let me see. Cape Girardeau, Paducah. Maybe false echoes here. I don't know. But overall, most of the country is clear. Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Louisiana, the southeast part of the country, Tennessee then, and Kentucky, all the way up the I-95 corridor there in the East Coast. Wow.
Don't let it fool you. They have rain in the forecast.
Yes. Let's bring that up. I think here's the current.
I mean, I love the look of the map and no rain showing right now because we've got our share, but we do have some in the forecast.
This right here is a flash flood watch. Stretches from northeast Texas to southeast Oklahoma, northern Louisiana. Basically the southern, how would you say, that's the southeastern half of Arkansas, and then it goes into Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee. And let's see, there was a flood warning. Let's check this because that's getting close to some family in Tennessee. Let's pull that up. Tennessee, Clarksville had a lot of rain. Nashville, Murfreesboro, Manchester, and I-24, I-65 around Columbia, still the same thing. So, if you're traveling over to Nashville area, then be careful there. So, it's spring. What are you going to do? Just let it rain, I reckon.
Tornadoes next.
Well, they did.
Tornadoes,
I think there was one fatality in extreme northeast Arkansas. I think it's Clay County. And then there's some damage over around Osceola. That's Mississippi County on I-55, right, just where the Boot Hill of Missouri meets Arkansas right there, and had some damage over there in northeast Arkansas. So, I've already had a tornado and a fatality there. So
that's kind of out of the path. Usually it's around Tornado Alley here.
Yeah. In that Tornado Alley, we call it, it's kind of like from Texarkana to Little Rock or Fort Smith to Little Rock, that area. And then it gets in that pattern. So,
Well, we want to thank Greg Farm Services for
Yes, we do.
sponsoring our weather today.
Yep. And I got to bring something up. I don't normally do this, but ever so often I take my little dog out to the dog park in the afternoon once the day's done here at the station in late afternoon. And I saw something yesterday that was totally uncalled for. There was a gentleman in a white Jeep Liberty that was outside the fence in the parking lot, and he's putting his dog back, and he closed the door, he got out, he opened the back hatch, and this guy unloads about 35 pizza boxes, trash, on the parking lot.
That's wrong.
Closes the back hatch, and the way he had done it is he had to maneuver the vehicle to get it out of the parking spot because there's a railroad tie right there as a block or as a marker. And so a couple of us said, hey, what? He's, well, I'm going to come back. Yeah, right. Well, our Parks and Recreation Department do a great job to keep these parks maintained, whether it's the baseball fields, the softball fields, or wherever you're at, Hickory Park, wherever, and we don't need stuff like this going on. This wasn't just a little bit of trash. This was about 25 to 35 pizza boxes. It was Domino's pizza boxes. Now, if you didn't have room to get the dogs in the vehicle at the dog park before you got there, how'd you get them in there to bring them out there? So why leave the pizza? And he literally drove off and left a pile about 3 feet.
For the Parks and Recreation guys to eventually
come
have
clean
to come
up,
to clean up, and I hate that. And they do. If you haven't been to our parks, they are beautiful. The Parks and Recreation does a great job of keeping that
It's
up.
just frustrating to see somebody abuse it in that fashion.
Yep.
Because somebody, he's, well, I'll be back. I'll be back.
ain't coming
Yeah,
back.
right. Anyway, why don't we go ahead and take a break?
We got a bunch of ladies staring at us ready to come on.
Ready to come on. They've got a whole bunch of information. All right. We'll be right back. Oh, whoa. Hold it.
Hold it. Wait.
Sometimes I wonder what's going on over
I forgot
here.
him.
He
was late.
Your
Well, he
boy.
was late. He's easy to
I
forget.
even got your boy right there.
Yeah,
staring
John
right at
Thurston. Yeah. Gonna be a busy afternoon.
you. Okay.
Community events.
I've got the
There's Jerry.
state treasurer and the commissioner of lands coming in here today,
All right. I'm going to come in the morning and say, let's just take a break. Skip right over weather. Greg's don't need to be on. Though.
We need to let people know that Jerry's truck finally hit 30 miles an hour. He's running late today.
We got the Bull Shoals Lake Shoreline Management Plan today. We got folks, the Army Corps engineers coming up from Little Rock. They'll be at ASU Shed. And if you don't think this is important, I even saw it last night. They're taking away about 90 miles of shoreline. So whether you support it or don't support it, just be there, voice your opinion. 5 to 7 p.m. tonight at the Shed, and they'll be in Harrison at Quality Inn Convention Center tomorrow. So we have 4 workshops. One of them's already gone. Got 3 more to let your voice be heard. That's the important one. And then you got Dale's deal tonight, John Thurston.
Trying to bring it up. I can't get to.
And that's at Big Creek Golf and Country Club tonight at 5 p.m.
It's a fundraiser for John Thurston. He's running for Secretary of State. He's currently the Commissioner of Lands, State of Arkansas. And want to invite folks to come out and help raise some money for a campaign.
But
And let me show you the character of John Thurston. Of course, I sent a little bit of money, and here's the nice little thank you note. A campaign, when you run a 75-county campaign, and you take the time to write a handwritten thank you and sign it, that's not a committee member, that's John.
Well, I'll give you a thank you note for $50.
Handwritten?
I'll handwrite you one for less than that.
I'll even draw little birds and houses on it for you for $50.
Yeah, the election will be over by the time you get it done, though, right?
Oh, I'll do it right now. Slide that 50
Now
here,
we
it'll
can
be
take
here
a break.
before you take break. Thank you, Dave.
Jerry, are you done?
We're done.
All right. It's going to be one of them days.
One of them days.
I'll take a break. Be right back.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed?
7:15 on this Tuesday morning. We want to welcome Area Agency on Aging. I'm going to turn it over to Tena Recktenwald, and you're here every last Tuesday of the month, so you can mark your calendar for this information. I want you to introduce everybody here, Tena.
Okay. Jamie Cooley is here with us. She's our regional director, and she's going to give us information about the overall program. Robyn Snyder's here with us, and she is the director of the Senior Center. So she's going to tell us about all the wild and crazy and fun things that are going on there. And then, of course, I'm the director of the adult daycare, and I'll kind of give you a little more information on that.
All right.
Welcome.
Well,
Good to have
thank you.
all.
Well, I'm Jamie. I've been with the Area Agency on Aging for about 10 years now. And a little bit about the Area Agency on Aging. Area Agencies on Aging just nationwide started with the Older Americans Act in like 1960, 69, I think, something like that. Here specifically, the Northwest Arkansas Area Agency on Aging, we started in 1979, and the goal is to provide services to seniors, primarily age 60 and older. The goal is to keep people at home and in the community as long as possible. We provide services like personal care services to keep people in their home, advocacy, the services that go on at the senior center, home delivered meals, socialization activities, health and wellness, all that kind of stuff. Our agency covers a 9-county area between Baxter, and then we go all the way to Northwest Arkansas and Benton and Washington counties, and the top 9 counties across the state. There are area agencies all over the state, but that's ours, is Northwest Arkansas. Gosh, I couldn't even begin to say how many clients we serve over that whole region, but we have just tons of programs that go on. But just in general, the basic core things that we do are the services at the senior center, which she'll kind of go into. We have the adult daycare, and that one is to provide, services. Well, she'll talk a little bit more about that. The office that I supervise a 3-county region of this area, and we do the services that go on in the home. So we have the personal care assistants that do the bathing and grooming and housekeeping type things. We have the social workers, or we call them care coordinators. They're usually the place that people start. Like somebody will call up and say, Mom's really having a hard time staying at home. She's not keeping up with the house. I just don't know what to do. Where do I start? Usually you start by talking to a care coordinator. That can be done in the office or in the home. They typically will go out to the home and do an assessment. But the client has to be willing for that to happen. We can't just walk in and be like, you're doing a bad job of cleaning your house or whatever. So they have to be willing to have somebody come in. So the case manager, the care coordinator, will do a holistic assessment. They'll look at their physical abilities, mental, nutrition, their socialization, just a whole wellness kind of a check, and then financial screening as well, because most programs that you're going to sign up for have financial criteria. And then throughout the assessment, there's a lot of conversation going on about what kind of things that person needs. What's going to help them to stay home longer. And our goal is to not prevent, but try to keep you from going into the nursing home as prematurely. You know, 'cause everybody wants to stay at home.
Well, sure. Yeah.
And people a lot of times just aren't aware of the services that are available to do that. So we have information and applications for all the public benefits. We let them know about the public services. Make sure that they know about different socialization activities, because that's a huge thing. A lot of people are just lonely. and they need some interaction of other people, and so we make sure that they know about things that are available for that. And then sometimes that's where it ends, they just need the information. Sometimes it goes on from there, and the care coordinators will help them apply for programs, and then see them through to where the applications are put into place, because that's a difficult thing for people too, is filling out those applications. There's so many hoops to jump through, so much red tape to cross. You have to provide all this information, and it's just very cumbersome and very tedious, and a lot of times people just give up because it's just annoying. I mean, it's really, I have to provide 3 months worth of bank statements and every, proof of where every single penny is, things like that. But in the end, if you can endure it and have the help of the care coordinators, it can be worth it, because you can get a lot of really good programs that are out there. Help with food. There's all kinds of help with food out there. There's commodities. There's the supplemental nutrition program. Oh, and kind of on a side note, that's another program that we will be offering here in a couple of months.
Really?
Is a program to provide seniors some money to use at local farmers markets. But we'll talk about that whenever. We haven't got the grant totally done on that yet, so we'll come back and talk about that later. But yeah, that's where we start. We do counseling for people on their Medicare, because there's lots of questions that go on with that. And then if people want a personal care assistant to come into their home, then we make the referral to our registered nurse. That program is supervised by a registered nurse, and we try to figure out what program is going to pay for that. There's Medicaid programs, VA programs, private pay, of course. All of that can pay for the personal care assistants to come in. If they need a little bit more assistance, then we start looking at the adult daycare. And we refer people to the senior center a lot that need the Meals on Wheels, and she can talk a little bit about her specific programs that go on there. But when you really start digging into it, and there's even more than that, we have an ombudsman who is an advocate for long-term care residents, people in nursing homes, assisted living, if they have some sort of a complaint or something, and they need an objective third party to come in and resolve that or look into that. We have an ombudsman that does that. I know that there's things I'm forgetting. There's just all kinds of.
There's
Sounds
housing.
like you got everybody's
Housing,
covered, though.
yeah.
Housing.
We have Willowbrook Housing over here. Our agency owns that. In all 9 counties, we have several housing complexes throughout the whole region that we offer for people, and they don't have to have HUD to go into our housing. We self-adjust the rent.
Really?
Yeah, so we'll adjust it. It's all funded through different little segments of HUD, but in our housing complexes, we adjust the rent based on a percentage of their income so that it can be cheaper for them.
We also have the supply.
Oh yes, incontinence supplies.
Mhm.
We do mail order incontinence products for people that need pads and pull-ups, bed pads, things like that. We ship them through UPS or FedEx straight to their home. We also do some mail order things that can go through the mail, grab bars, shower heads, little things like that, shower stools.
I'm amazed here at how many bases they have covered, things that we forget about and don't realize.
You don't think about it till you need it.
Yeah.
Usually
yeah.
we're one of those agencies, nobody really knows we're even here until you need us. And then you realize, oh, wow. People just a lot of times don't even know where to start because you just go right along. There's all kinds of things that you run into. Mom and dad aren't cooperating. People have a lot of pride. It's really hard to start the aging process. It's the golden years are not always so golden, as I've been told many times.
It can be rough.
But pretty much any facet that you're struggling with, our agency is always the good place to start. In Baxter County, we're located at in the parks, as you were talking about. We're at Cooper Park, our Van Mater Senior Center, and that's where our area agency on aging office is. All 3 of us were located at the senior center.
Wow. So I had no idea there's so many services, but now the red tape on getting things paid for, is that time consuming?
It can be time consuming, yes. The application process, depending on what you're applying for, a lot of times those applications can take 30 to 45 days to process. So, and that's where we run into a lot of trouble. People wait until they're in crisis mode and call us and say, I've got to get some help from my mom. And I need it tomorrow, or I need it yesterday. And it's like, well, I mean, okay, well, we're not an emergency agency. And that's one of those things. It's good to have us start the process before you're in crisis mode, and when it's just starting, when you're just starting to think about, so that you know what to expect. Because it takes a few days for the care coordinator to come out and do the assessment and figure out what all programs. And it takes you a while to get all the paperwork gathered up, because you've got to turn in copies, like I said, of everything, birth certificates and your insurance cards and your social security card and your bank statements and everything. And then it takes the entity, like I said, 30, 45 days to process. And then if you're applying for, like, let's say a Medicaid program to get a worker to come into your home, a personal care assistant, well then, once the program is approved, then it takes that agency at least another week, if not 2, to get somebody established in your home. Because another thing that we struggle with, as far as that goes, is a lot of people don't want to work. You'd be surprised. You're
Say that again.
It can be hard to find personal care assistants to come and work, and we offer training. We offer a free training program if they come and work.
Some pretty good paychecks.
Yeah, it's not bad. The thing that sometimes hinders us, that particular position can only work 28 hours a week. So it is a part-time position. But if you're looking for that, it's a flexible schedule. Typically can work around, like if you have kids in daycare or in school, you can drop them off at school. You can say, hey, I only want to work between 8 and 3. We can try to find somebody that wants somebody during that time.
Yeah.
For the people that need a flexible work schedule, it works out really well. But we're always hiring personal care assistants in all 9 of our counties.
What kind of trainings involve a personal care assistant? Is this more medical or?
No, we're non-medical. We're non-skilled. It's all just personal care. So what they do is, our training is a 40-hour program, so it takes 1 week. There's 3 days where they come to the senior center in whichever county of ours that you are located. They do 3 days worth of classroom training, and we have a webinar set up where our trainer is a registered nurse, and she's located in Harrison in our corporate office. And she broadcasts, it's an interactive webinar training for 3 days. They learn about how to properly clean someone, how to properly and safely turn somebody in bed, or transfer them from a chair to a wheelchair or out of bed, or all kinds of things like that. The safe way to do things, because you can easily get hurt, how to prevent falls for your clients, and then over the course of each year, as you're hired, we have to offer additional training. We'll train about just things that they'll see, how to handle universal precautions. If you have people that have illnesses that are communicable diseases, you have to know how to not get yourself sick, not carry those illnesses to the next person. But we don't treat
So you do have
people.
continuing education.
They have continuing education, yes. So there's 3 days of classroom and 2 days of hands-on, where they either work with a mannequin and practice it, or they actually might go into a home that somebody's willing to have them be a test person and then train like that.
Take some special people to do this, let me tell you. It is 7:29. We're visiting with Area Agency on Aging. It's time for a break. I'm out of coffee, and we will be right back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Coming in 2018, VHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate-controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. DHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range, coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
More than just propane, Reeves Propane provides you full-service propane delivery as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reeves Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reeves Propane. We greatly appreciate your business and God bless.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
Because I know the people that work there, and I know to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small, everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Your White River Getaway.
$7:33, and we're visiting with Area Agency on Aging. And where do we pick it up now, Tina?
I think Robyn's going to tell us a little bit about what goes on over at the Senior Center and the activities they have going on and fundraising.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Robyn Snyder. I'm the director at Van Meter Senior Center. I've been the director for 6 months. I've been at the Van Meter Senior Center for about 2 years. Our center offers many services to the community. We encourage and help seniors stay healthy and active at the Van Meter Senior Center. We offer Meals on Wheels, health and wellness programs, transportation, lunch, socialization programs, and exercise. We have Pepe, Fit Women, yoga, Tai Chi, bridge, bunco, dominoes, mahjong, pinochle, poker, Scrabble,
everything. Wow.
Pool, line dancing, square dancing. We're open
evening
yes.
music too, don't you?
We have live music Thursdays, 6 p.m. Admission is $3. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. Lunch is Monday through Friday from 11 to 12:30, and it's a suggested donation of $3. If you're under 60, it's $6.50.
And that's a hot meal.
Yes.
Served a hot meal. Yeah.
Yes.
And you've got the exercise equipment. Did
Yes,
you
we
mention
have a
that?
gym.
Yeah, there's a
We
gym.
have a full gym.
And a pool room.
Yes, a pool room.
Not swimming pool, but the game pool.
Yes.
And there's some pool sharks.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We serve about 900 families in our community. So that's a big number.
That's a big number.
Yes.
Y'all have enough room down there?
It's lunch is an average of 120 people that come in and eat daily. We have about 250 people on our Meals on Wheels program, and we make about 400 meals a day because we serve frozen meals on the weekend. So we try to make extra meals to make frozen meals. So we serve make quite a bit of food on the average. So we serve about 900. Socialization is probably about 400 to 500 people come in the door to socialize for all these activities. So it's probably about 900 families in our
That's
community.
amazing. That's amazing.
Funding, we get federal and state donation, and we do fundraisers. So we do get federal and state money.
But some of the requirements are, though, that you have to match some of that money with fundraising. There's a lot of fundraising that has to be done.
Fundraising, yes.
We
have a very large fundraising goal. We offer local transportation. We will pick, our transportation is Monday through Friday from 8 to noon. We will pick up people to come to the center to socialize and to have lunch. We offer transportation for doctor's appointments, treatments, to go to the grocery store. And it is a suggested donation of $3. So if you need to go to the doctors, you can give us a call. We ask for a 24 to 48 hour notice so that we can get you scheduled. Our transportation probably goes on a daily average about 150 miles. Yes. We have one transportation driver on the average a day now. So he drives quite around town a lot. We drive out to Gassville, sometimes to Cotter, and Mountain Home and Norfolk areas. So we serve around quite a bit.
Now, are you trying to hire some more transportation drivers?
We did have 2, but we just recently got our 4th Meals on Wheels truck, and so we're using transportation for Meals on Wheels now to cover for 4 routes. Our Meals on Wheels trucks go on average to about 120 to 150 miles, and we serve Mountain Home, Midway, Lakeview, Gassville, Cotter, and Jordan area on Meals on Wheels.
All the way to Jordan.
Mm-hmm. And I said we have like 250 clients on the Meals on Wheels daily that we're serving.
That's a lot of stops for each one of them. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a full day's work right there.
Yes, they're about 5-hour routes. So we go out around 9:15 and they get back around 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Now, you utilize volunteers too, don't you?
We use volunteers in the center to help answer the phone, work at the front desk, to work in the kitchen, help make freezer meals. We do have a volunteer route for Meals on Wheels. They help deliver once a week. They'll deliver 1 hot, 6 frozen. That's been a big help. We are looking into maybe also doing more Meals on Wheels volunteer routes. So that is a huge help. They use their own car, their own gas, their own time. It's wonderful.
And that might be something if, the fundraising, some people may not have that much money to spare, but they might be able to volunteer their time.
Yeah.
Now, with the Meals on Wheels, though, there are people depending on these meals, so it has to be a volunteer that's going to be dependable and
When they
understands
set their time, that they're guaranteeing their time because these people need this food. That's something they need every day or once a week.
You don't always see it because, you go to Walmart and you see the crazy people you see at Walmart, but the people that are really in high need, there's a lot of hunger in this area, and just in Arkansas. Arkansas, over the last couple of years, was #1 in the United States in senior hunger. You just don't see it because they don't get out; they're homebound.
Mm-hmm. It's something I wanted to add to that. When those people take those meals to those homes, that's one person checking on them every day.
It's a wellness check.
It's very important that happens because some of them don't have family or anyone living close to them that can check on them. So it is not only delivering a meal for nutrition, but it's a wellness check.
Yes, so if we think that there's something wrong, we will call an ambulance, we will check on them, we will let anyone know that something's going on. Yes, it's a wellness check.
I had no idea all this went on.
To qualify for Meals on Wheels, you have to be 60 years or older, you need to be homebound. You can do an application over the phone. Income is not an issue, so it's pretty easy to qualify. Sometimes there is a waiting list for Meals on Wheels. We try not to have one, but we work as hard as we can not to have a waiting list.
And that's why our fundraising is so important, is because there are so many people out there that really can't afford. And when you deal with the senior population, there's a lot of pride and they don't want to take a handout. They don't want to take something for free, and so then they'll just go without.
Somebody with that.
Yes, exactly, and then they just won't. And so it takes a lot of coaxing for us sometimes to get people to take these services, but it is really critical.
An application for our center, just to come into our center, the application is free. We do have some fundraisers going on currently. We have the Have a Heart campaign, which is for Meals on Wheels. For 5 meals, it's $15. For 7 meals, it's $21. For 30 meals, it's $90. We have the Just Desserts, which is Friday, March 16th. It's from 2 to 4. It's $5 admission. Basically, you can come in and sample all of our desserts, and you get 2 to indulge in. And it's going to be local restaurants and bakeries and gourmet coffee. We have our quilt that the women of Holy Cross Lutheran Church has made and donated. The raffle tickets are $5 a piece. And then we have our Biltmore Estates, which is 6 nights and 5 6 days and 5 nights. It's $5.25 a person. It's May 6th through 11th.
And what is that? Is that a trip?
It's a trip to Biltmore Estates in North Carolina, and it's a really good price. And all of this is just fundraising for our center for extra money to help towards all of our cost of what we need for Meals on Wheels.
What's your cost per day? Have you got that figured? Before you put a key in a truck and start driving to Jordan or wherever, your cost per day overall?
No, not really. There's so much with gas and everything. No, we try to keep our cost of our meals as low as possible. Sometimes our cost of meals for the average for the month can be $1.50. We try to keep it down really low as possible, but no, like I said, our currently our cost of for fundraising goal is $68,000 for the year, but it's really hard to give a cost of. Yeah, really
and you have to understand, she uses a lot of volunteers in the senior center.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, she has a huge volunteer program.
Yes, most of our activities are ran by volunteers.
Really?
Yes, which is a huge help. Yeah, we have only 3 full-time employees. The rest are all, we have 13 employees, the rest are all part-time. They work very hard, and our volunteers are very determined, and they help. Dedicated, yes. If we didn't have volunteers, the center wouldn't function like it does.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, and I talk with people all over the state, and sometimes in Tennessee and Missouri, and when they come here, they're shocked to see, people just volunteer. Mm-hmm. And that says a lot for this community when you can get that many volunteers to help out. It saves a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't we go ahead and take that break, Scooter? Coming up on 7:44. We'll be right back.
Your White River Getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River Getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time
Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians. Friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
.45, and we're finishing up the show with the Area Agency on Aging. And Tina, once again, glad y'all came in today. It's always good to have y'all.
Thanks. So my purpose at the agency is to keep the adult daycare running, and I've been with the agency 11 years, 2 years at the adult daycare. So it's kind of a new position for me, but it's a fun position. I've really enjoyed it. But our purpose is to provide a safe, home-like environment for adults who can't stay home alone. And when I say adults, I mean anyone 21 or older. It's right now from the age of 26 to 97. And it's quite a fun interaction with a spread like that. But they really enjoy each other and socialize and play the games and do all the things together, and they seem to have a really good time doing that. The people that might benefit coming to the adult daycare would be someone with dementia, Alzheimer's, fall risk, a heart issue, someone that just can't be home alone for whatever reason it is. It could be Parkinson's, it could be anything. And so the family might need to get out and take care of business. They might have doctor's appointments. They might just need to take a nap, because 24/7 care is very difficult. So we're there to have a place for them to drop them off, do what they need to do, let that client socialize. It's a twofold purpose because it lets the caregiver rest or take care of whatever they need to, and then the client they bring in, the family member they bring in, has socialization through all the interactive activities we have. So we're open from 7 in the morning till 5 in the evening. We provide a meal through the Senior Center Meals on Wheels program, and it's a hot meal, so they can have that. We have 2 snacks a day, so if they're there all day, they have plenty of nutrition while they're there. We're open Monday through Friday. We are not open on the weekends. I have some people disappointed at that, but we just don't have the staffing. I am the only full-time staff there, and I have 3 part-time personal care assistants that help me. So we do also have the volunteers that come in and help us. We have a lot of wonderful people in the community that donate their time through music. They bring their musical talents to us and share that. We have a therapy dog that comes in. Actually, we have 2 now. I just signed up another one that comes in and visits our clients, and they love that time with the pet then. We have others that come in. We have one lady that comes in and helps us on what we call salon day. We wash their hair and curl it, wash their fingernails, and so she comes in and helps us with that. So there's a lot of opportunity for volunteering also in the adult daycare. And like Robyn was talking about with the senior center, that can be accomplished simply by coming in and filling out just a little application that basically tells the times and the days they're available and what their abilities are, and then we try to match them up with what we're needing. For the senior center, the kind of activities we have going on are things that stimulate their mental ability, and we try to keep it rotating to the physical also, so we don't just like sit for hours on end. So we play bingo and cards and dominoes, and we have trivia, and we play bagos and horseshoes, and we have the big parachute. We bounce the balls, and we have a game that's played with fly swatters, and they hit a balloon back and forth, and it is the funniest thing. They're hilarious when they do that. We utilize the park because we're right there in the park, so when the weather's great, we go out and take a walk in the park. And they all have different ability when it comes to that. So we call it the benchmarks, because there's benches. If you've been in the park, there's benches all around the park. And so the first bench we walk to, some of them stay there and some go on to the next, and we just kind of make our way around the park, and then we come and pick up the ones we left behind and take them back in. But we just let them do what they're able and get that fresh air and exercise. And the nice thing about being out in the park is people interact with our clients, and they love that. You know, they have people are walking their pets, or pushing the baby strollers or whatever, and they stop by and talk and visit, and so that really integrates us into the community more than would be if they were sitting home alone. So it provides a great opportunity for that interaction. One of the other things that we do is we take field trips, and our field trip that is coming up at the end of this month is going to be to the library, which we've been there before and toured the library and learned about the planning of it and the building of it. But this time we're going to see the dinosaur exhibit that's there, and the clients are really excited about that. So that will be our next. We have to do things close in, because it's harder for them to get around. So we try to choose things that are close and easy, and places they can sit and rest and that kind of thing. The music we have 1 to 3 times a week, and we're always looking for new musical volunteers if they can just come in and play the piano or want to come in and sing. We have all the karaoke set up if someone wants to use that. So we are always looking for volunteers for that kind of thing. The clients love the music, especially someone with dementia, Alzheimer's. They somehow keep that, and they may lose their memory of words, their memory of who you are, but somehow they keep the music. And so they really enjoy that. Can
it be therapeutic?
Oh yeah. And so they really enjoy that, so we try to keep that going as frequently as possible. We have some very dedicated volunteers that come in, but like I said, we're always looking for more. We can assist with showers. We have a really nice setup in our restrooms for showers if people have difficulty at their home. Sometimes it's just you can't get them to go take their shower when they get older. Sometimes your home is just not set up for it and they can't afford to change it. So we have that setting at our daycare, and our aides are trained to help with that, with anyone that needs help. Sometimes we just get them set up and let them go in and take care of things themselves, but especially if they're a fall risk or something like that, we assist them. So that's an added perk for coming there. That is an extra charge. That's really the only thing we charge a little extra for, is the showering, because we have to devote one of our aides to that particular client for that time. But we also have training monthly for our employees, and they have to meet those requirements in order to continue to work. So they are well versed on any kind of diseases and help and whatnot that people might need, and ways to help them, prevent falls. And we do train the clients as we go too. We try to help them get a better grasp on what's going on with them and how to deal with what is going on with them.
I'm amazed at how you've got every base covered with every aspect from all three represented here.
Yeah, area agency covers just about every scope of anything that could be needed as an elderly person. And it is, like Jamie was saying, it's very important if people could see the need to kind of start educating yourself on what's available out there before you need it, kind of get an idea, or before your parents need it. As you know, here in Mountain Home, we have a lot of people from other places that have retired here. So they don't have family, and they talk to their family over the phone. And, you can hide a lot of things when you're talking on the phone for a long time until something drastic happens. And then they're trying to deal with stuff and living out of town and helping their parents. It's very difficult. Or some of them, fly in or drive in and realize how bad things are, and then they're in a panic because they've got a week maybe to get things taken care of.
One thing that comes to mind, this goes back probably 25 years, but I remember at church a long time ago, there'd be a lady that would get up and leave just at the end of the sermon before the altar call was taken. She'd walk, and there's always a man sitting at the second last pew, and she would come and pat him on the hand every Sunday, and he lived for that. You could tell he looked forward to that every Sunday. And that tells me right there that he was lonesome. And he was just that brief encounter was what he was.
Yeah. The interaction is key to keeping them mentally going and physically going. If they just sit home by themselves watching TV all day, they're not stimulating their mind. And if they just come in, even if they don't participate in anything we do, if they just come in and visit or just watch what's going on, it's still stimulating their minds. And I have some clients that can't participate, but their family members say, they said they had a great day, they sleep better at night. Everyone loves that one because, and that's what I hear the most when they bring their family member in, is they slept so well tonight. But even if they're not participating, they're getting stimulation. So that interaction is helping them. And they seem to do better health-wise, and just their quality of life seems to be better just because they're getting that help. And it's true to any of, our activities, even if it's especially the adult daycare where they can all go in as they please. Mine are people who can't, they come in and they stay because we are secure. We do have a log system so they can't wander off or whatever.
Right.
But with Robyn, they come and go and they have that social interaction. With Jamie and in-home service, they have that aide coming in and that interaction. And I was an aide with the agency when I first started. And I was always sure to listen to the radio and kind of check the newspaper before I went to their home and start talking about what was going on in the community. And they waited for that. They wanted to know what was going on. Maybe they didn't get the newspaper, or they watched TV but not local TV, you know. So they were always eager to hear what was going on. So there's another, the socialization is very important.
How can people get a hold of each part of this agency?
For me, they can call 425-7585, and I'll be the one that usually answers the phone. But if they're interested in checking out our services, I like for them to come visit and see if it's conducive to what they need. We are licensed by long-term care, so we have to meet the requirements. So there is a lot of paperwork. I think well, maybe you don't, but Jamie and I have a lot of paperwork. And it's just better if they come and see if it's going to work out. So I call that a visit. They come visit us and kind of see what goes on and see if they'd be interested. And then we sign them up, and the sign-up process takes a little bit. So they can either just come by, drop by and visit, or they can call at the 425-7585. And that's for volunteers too. If someone is interested in volunteering, we would love for them to come by and see us and see what goes on and tell us about what they're good at or what they're interested in. Even if it's just coming and playing games with the clients, that's great. We love that. It helps. Every set of hands that is in there helps us to achieve our goals. So it's great to have the volunteers.
We got about a final minute, Robyn, and
you can stop by the center, or you can call me at 870-424-3054.
And the Area Agency on Aging is 425-9811. If you're interested in applying to be a personal care assistant, that application is online at our website, aaanwar.org.
Lots of information today, Scooter.
Lots.
Wow. Good thing we rebroadcast this at 5 o'clock.
Kind of makes your head start spinning when you start thinking of all these things.
Oh my goodness. Y'all wear earplugs at night to keep it from leaking out, I guess. Wow. Final 30 seconds. Final thoughts. Somebody want to fill the gap here. Jamie?
Well, let's see.
You can call any of us. We can give you any of our information, phone numbers.
Back and forth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, the only thing about our office, we have about 7 people that work here in the office. And during the day, people come and go. So, but most of the time, you could call or stop by. We try to keep the office open all day, but we do make the home visits, and so people aren't always in the office.
Got to wrap it up. See you tomorrow. Jim Baumgartner coming up next.